going on, everybody? Just want to first of all say thank you so much for following Zach Mack Fishing. I am on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and I've got a YouTube channel. So I'm on several different venues under the name Zach Mack Fishing. So look for me on all of those venues. I would appreciate your support. Today's video is just a little bit different. I wanted to rather than show you a video of me fishing, I want to talk about something that I think could help some anglers, and it's a video about color. Especially if you're newer to bass fishing or other types of predator fishing, and you go into a Cabela's or you go into a Bass Pro, you could be very overwhelmed with the colors, because there are literally dozens of colors and hundreds of combinations of those colors, if not thousands. And so, you're left wondering, well, where do I even start? Here is where you start. Okay, this is step number one. You've got to go look at your fishery and see, is it a clear water fishery or is it stained? Meaning, is it muddy? Is visibility poor? Or is it somewhere in between? Here in West Texas, our fisheries are extremely stained. Visibility is about 1/4 inch. That may be generous, about 1/4 inch down. I say that for the most part, our fisheries are that way, at least in my immediate vicinity, in the 50-mile radius I live in. You go a little farther south of me, and there's actually clear water, crystal clear water, that will allow you to see about 20, 25, 30 feet down. So the first step, number one, is, do I have a clear fishery or do I have a stained fishery? All right. So, like I said, in my case, it's stained. There is one color that is, in my opinion, absolutely fail-safe if you're fishing stained, muddy water, and that is chartreuse. And I'm going to show you, like I said, most of us are familiar, but some of us are not. Now, don't pay attention so much to the particular lure I show you, because this episode is about color, okay? And there are actually a couple of different really good examples here, but we're going to start out with this. All right, this is my favorite crankbait to use. That is what chartreuse looks like if you're newer to predator fishing, okay? You can tell and I don't know if this helps to where, I don't know if that helped to where you could see the color better, but anyway, that's a little bit better, isn't it? You can tell that what you've got is green, and then you've got a black stripe running up top. You can tell this is meant to look like a shad due to the spot right there. Meant to look like a gill. If you have a little bit of this red on the bottom, I think it helps. It imitates a shad that's been wounded. But if you've got dirty water, this color right here, black on top, green on the side, that chartreuse color, this is your number one fail-safe go-to. Again, talking about color, don't pay attention in particular to that being a crankbait, okay? Now, there are some other colors that have worked for me well over the years in stained water. Here's another one. All right. Red and black, or red and deep red, I guess, for lack of a better word. Let's take a look. Okay. This right here, deep red, with maybe some red fleck and a lighter, brighter red on the bottom. This is absolute money in stained water. Will help you a lot. It helps the fish to see, because even in the most stained water, you are going to get some light penetration, and so you've got to maximize that, and so that'll help you. Another one I'm going to show you. These are my Ned rigs, okay? And they're a little bit stuck together. Ned rigs do that sometimes, but Here we go. All right. Can you see the flecks right there? See those flecks? Matter of fact, I'm going to get out of the frame. Got all sorts of different little sparkly flecks of color. A little bit of gold, a little bit of red. In stained water, anything that has those sparkly flecks of color on it will help you tremendously because it helps the fish to see your bait. Okay? In stained water, things approaching neon, big help. Alright, this right here. Okay, and again, not talking about the fact that I'm holding a grub up, talking about this neon color. Neon green really helps the fish see. Okay. Now, we've talked a lot about stained water. What if your water's not stained? Well, then that means the fish can see what you're throwing. And if it doesn't look like what the fish normally eats, fish probably won't hit it. So, in clear water, we've got to use things that look real. Alright? So, right here, about to show you this. See these? These are Yum makes these, and again, it's not so much about the lure or the bait, but it is about, if I can get them open, there we go. Alright, it's about how realistic that looks, okay? It's pretty typical of what you would see of a craw around here, especially before the molt or maybe as they're molting. It's got that gray top, and then you've got that orange on the bottom. That's what a craw actually does look like for the most part. Looks realistic. You want to use something that the colors are realistic, looks realistic in clear water, okay? Now, here's another one, very important. And this is going to be a swim bait. Again, just focusing on the color. There you go. This, if you're in clear water, this is what you want, okay? You need to match the hatch. You probably heard that before, and if you're not sure what your hatch is, go somewhere where it's legal to throw a cast net and pull up the bait fish and see what they look like. This is gizzard shad, looks just like one. That's what we have around here. So we're matching the hatch in clear water. We're using realistic colors. Gizzard shad have a white body with a little bit of dark on the top, and they've got the dot. Okay, see how that's dark on the top and then white underneath. Very important. Alright, and I wanted to show you also the difference in crankbaits. Now, this one's broken, but if I'm in clear water and I'm throwing a crankbait, it's going to look like this. Why? Because we're matching the hatch. Again, in my area, gizzard shad. So, very realistic. Got the black on top, and it's got the gray on the sides. This is what a gizzard shad actually looks like. If I'm in clear water, this is what I'm throwing. If I'm in stained water, this is what I'm throwing. There's the difference, folks. Okay? Clear water, right here. Clear water. Stained water. It's just that simple. Okay? Clear, stained. Those are the colors that I stick with. Those are the colors that have helped me. And I hope that this video helps you. Tight lines, God bless.